Hello there, pre-algebra students. Welcome to Chapter 5, Section 3. These things that we're dealing with today are called complex fractions. Right there, complex fractions and unit rate, which we talked about in the previous video. Simply put, a complex fraction, in my own words, it's a fraction in a fraction. Okay, it's a fraction in a fraction. Okay, that's a complex fraction. Here's a crazy example. 1/3 over, now see that fraction bar right there? So it's like the 1/3 is the numerator and the 1/2 is the denominator. That's a complex fractions. Fractions with one or more fractions in the numerator, denominator, or both. Okay, and they are simplified when both the numerator and denominator are integers. Okay, so basically we have to divide. Now these are not very hard to do. They look a lot scarier than they are. Sorry if you thought fractions were going to be gone, but no, they're not going away. They're going to be with us forever. And the nice thing is now you can use your calculator or that 20 by 20 times table that we used. So let's take a look at what's going on here. Number one, now notice how it's written. You see you have the 18, and then you have that kind of long fraction bar, and then you have 3/4 with a smaller fraction bar. Okay, so that's 18 is the numerator. That's the numerator, and 3/4 is the denominator. Okay, and you can kind of see it because the line under the 18 is a little bit longer. Okay, so that's the first thing, is figuring out what's the numerator, what's the denominator. There's that kind of longer line I drew the arrow to again. Well, that means divide. Okay, and you should know that by now, that a fraction is just dividing the numerator divided by the denominator. So this problem is the same thing as 18, that's the numerator, divided by 3/4. Okay, now if you take a look at that, that is just like problems that we did when we worked with the fraction unit. We have division of fractions. Now, do you remember what to do when we divided by fractions? Keep, change, change. And that second change means flip, or some people say keep, change, flip. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to change this to multiplication. All right, remember, keep 18. You put it 18/1 if you want. Change that to multiply. Change that to its reciprocal. Remember that? 4/3. Now we could multiply. All right, now if you recall that 3 has a factor, or 18 and 3 both have factors of 3, so I'm going to divide 18 divided by 3 and get 6. Whoops, I meant to change it to blue. 18 divided by 3 is 6, and I'm going to go 3 divided by 3 is 1. So you have 6 times 4 and 1 times 1 on the bottom. So 6 times 4 on the top is 24 over 1. It's 24. Simple. That's all it is that we're doing here. We're just dividing fractions, basically. Set it up in this form, divide it out, and you've got it. Take a look at number 2. You've got 3/6. Now notice this line right here. That's the division. That's 3/6 divided by 4. So write down the problem. You need to write the problem down as a division problem. Now I'm showing you how to do your homework here. This is what it should look like when you're doing the work in class. 3/6 divided by 4. Now keep, change, change. Or keep, change, flip. Now this is a really interesting one because 3 and 6 actually have a common factor of 3. We can reduce that right there, 1/2. That's okay to do. It's anything in the top with anything in the bottom. All you're reducing here is 3/6 to 1/2. All right, now multiply those across. 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times 4 is 8. That's equal to 1/8. Okay, let's go ahead and let's try number 3. All right, take a look at it. 1/3 and 1/4. Okay, so where do you think the division, where do you think the fraction is? It's right here. See, it's a little bit longer, so you got 1/3. So would you write it down? 1/3 divided by 1/4. Okay, now keep, change, change. Keep 1/3. Change that to multiply, change that to the reciprocal. Look for common factors. We've got 1 and 4 on the top. I've got 3 and 1 on the bottom. There are none. 1 times 4 is 4. 3 times 1 is 3. 4/3 is equal to 1 and 1/3. And there you go. Okay, I'm going to do the next part a little bit different than normal. There's 3 more questions, 4, 5, and 6. Using the exact same model that I just showed you here, I'm going to ask you to hit pause, and then you are going to work the problems out and then check the answers. I'll show you how that'll work. So these are the questions. In just a minute, something's going to pop up on your screen that's not there right now, and I'm going to ask you to do it. So do me a favor, hit pause, work out number 4, and come right back. And how'd you do? Did you get 5/9? Because that's what I got. Copied the question down right here. As a division problem, I did keep it, change it, and then 5/9. All right, good for you. Try the same thing for number 5. Hit pause, and when you come back, I'll have the answer ready for you. Pause now. And 22, that's what I got. 11 divided by 1/2, and then keep, change, right? 11 over 1 times 2 over 1. 11 times 2 is 22. Okay, best answer really is right there, 22. And one more time, number 6, pause and come back and see how you're doing. And did you get 2 over 7? That's what we got here. If you look at it carefully, you see that 4/7 over 2, so your division sign is right there. Then you do keep, change. All right, 4/7 times 1 over 2 cancels. Now right here you had a common factor cancel out of 2, so you ended up, the top number was 2 times 1, the bottom number was 7 times 1, 2 over 7, right there. So hopefully you feel okay. That's the beginning part of it, and then we're going to start applying it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this video here. We're only about 8 minutes. Then I'm going to come back and work out the 2 word problems using these ideas for you. So come right back and finish up your work for tomorrow.